Brad Treliving continues to cook. Are you kidding me? Trey season, 4 years for Anthony Stolarz, $3.75 million. For a lot of you guys that are following the channel, I thought this could go as far as 4 years for $4.5 to $5 million, or even 5 years at a lower cap hit. Trey gets it down to 4 years, which basically takes Stolarz to 35 years old, and $3.75 million per year with the cap going up. And I think when you look at the scenario, whether it's Joseph Woll long-term or one of the younger guys or a guy they end up adding, Stolarz will be a great backup in his years 33, 34, 35. I think for the next couple of years, he could be your starter. We saw what he did last year. We saw kind of the signs, especially when he was healthy, that he could be that consistent number one. He put up the numbers to back that claim, and I think it's a huge sign that the guys are buying into this team. Guys are taking discounts. Guys are here to win. We just saw it with John Tavares in the offseason, and now you are seeing it with Anthony Stolarz. So I think that's big. I think if we do go to a scenario where it's next year again, I think for the Leafs, whether it's going after Connor McDavid or whatever it may be next year, I know you're focused on this season for sure, but when you're looking at the 2026-2027 season, I think it's interesting to kind of review. So we'll see if Puckpedia has it updated, but I think this is a masterclass from Trailing. I do think it's a win-win. Like when Freeman put it out there that it was going to be 4x4 likely, I was like, you know what, that's a win-win. But the fact that it's under 4, 3.75, I think is pretty massive. So we'll see what happens with Woll. I don't want to speculate. I definitely don't want to assume what it is. Hopefully we're wishing the best for Joseph Woll and his family, and he needs to take the time away for now. But obviously the Leafs brought in James Reimer on the PTO. So that's a good sign in terms of the Leafs getting some insurance. And when we look at the goalie situation going into next year, as you can see here, guys, 3.75 for next year and the 4 years in total, and Woll will have an additional 2 years at 3.6. So if those guys can put up the numbers, you're talking about in around 7 to 7.5 million for your goalie tandem for guys that are putting up some good numbers. And as you can see on the top, you'll see the cap space with this in mind. So the Leafs have about 17 of their roster locked up into going into next season with $20 million of cap space. That's not even considering that David Kampf probably gets moved. That's not even considering that you're probably having 2 to 3 guys with minimum contracts on the fourth line and bottom pair. So there's so many factors here, but your defense is locked up. You have 3/4 of your forward group locked up, and you have both your goalies locked up with $20 million of cap space. Connor McDavid, come home. We'll see. Again, it might not be McDavid, but the Leafs have a lot of flexibility going into next offseason. That hasn't been the case the last few years here, with the Leafs always tight on the cap, where now they actually have flexibility to make some things happen. So whether it's this season or into next, Treliving is setting the Leafs up well here with some good cap flexibility. Guys, give me your thoughts on the Stolarz extension, what you guys think. $3.75 million per year for 4 years. We'll see you in the next video. I've come down with a bit of a cold. That's why I'm not on camera, just recording on my laptop just for the conversation. Thanks, guys. Talk soon. Peace.